Po, Colonel, if I may, DSJJ, binibigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon dito eh. Noong nasa Senado ka, ang tapang-tapang mo eh. Bakit dito ay mo magtapang ka rito? Ipakita mo yung the same candor, the same tapang na pinakita mo doon. Di ba? Bakit hindi mo gawin yan dito ngayon? Nagtatago ka sa likod ng right against self-incrimination eh. Tinatanong sa'yo, relevant question. Matapang ka lang doon sa Senado kasi may kakampi ka. Dito ka magpakita ng tapang mo. Hindi yung nandoon ka lang. Alam mo, ang mahirap kasi sa'yo, gusto lang nating malaman ang katotohanan sa likod nito. Ang dami mo ng ginawa eh. Dinamay mo pa yung mga kasama na, hindi dahil sa kasama namin sila, kundi hindi tama ang nangyari at ginawa mo. You are trying to besmirch the reputation of this committee.
Mr. Chair, and I'd like to also greet our two new resource persons. Welcome to the committee. Ang tatanungin ko ngayon, Mr. Chair, I'd like to address my questions kay Colonel Grijaldo. Colonel Grijaldo, natatandaan ko dati nung nag-attend ka pa dito at nabigyan pa yung committee ng pagkakataon na matanong ka, sinabi mo na nung June 28, 2016 ay nag-attend ka ng isang meeting sa DPWH building kasama ang classes 1996 and 1997 ng PNPA. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Kasama mo dito sa meeting na to, Mr. Chair, si Colonel Reyna Garma. Tama po ba yun, Mr. Chair?
Nandoon po si Colonel Garma, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang tanungin, bakit sa Davao ang naging meeting? Bakit sa Davao ginanap ang meeting na to?
I don't know, Your Honor.
You don't know, but I think you know. Because ang nagpatawag ba ng meeting na ito, tama ba, ay si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte?
I don't know the circumstances that time, Your Honor, who made the arrangement of the meeting, Your Honor.
So why did you attend a meeting that you didn't know the circumstances of?
Yes, Your Honor, I was having my schooling.
No, I'm asking you, bakit ka mag-a-attend ng isang meeting na hindi mo naman alam sino ang nagpa-meeting at kung ano ang pakay ng meeting?
Your Honor, allow me to give my premise on the circumstances.
All right.
It happens while we were on our schooling at Mintal, Davao City. And during that time, Colonel Garma and some other of my classmates, Colonel Belela, and all other Class 97 were undergoing a officer's senior executive course that time. And there was some talks among the officers that there will be a gathering on that place. So that's the only thing that we know that time.
All right. And so I'd like to ask, in this meeting, was the former president present?
I have seen the president that time, Your Honor.
I have seen the president at that time. And June 28, 2016, that would be 2 days bago siya manumpa para maging presidente natin. And that would be 3 days before he would assume office. Tama po ba yun?
I could not recall, Your Honor, the...
Mr. Chair, ano ulit yung natatandaan ko yung campaign slogan dati ni PRRD? It was very, alam nating lahat yon. Ang campaign slogan niya ay change is coming. Colonel Grijaldo, ano ba yung sinasabing change ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte? 'Di ba? yung change na yon ay to reduce the crime rate, to reduce criminal activity in the country. Am I correct?
I don't know the political agenda at the time of the election, Your Honor.
And in fact, on his very, very last political rally before he won the presidency, there is a very famous quote na, in fact, kumalat siya hanggang sa international news outlets. Sa BBC, nandun nakasulat, sinabi ni former PRRD, "Forget the laws on human rights. If I make it to the presidential palace, I will do what I did as mayor. You drug pushers, hold up men and do nothings. You better go out because I'd kill you," he said at his final campaign rally. "I dump all of you into Manila Bay and fatten all the fish there." Narinig mo po ba to, Colonel Grijaldo?
No, Your Honor. That time I was busy on our schooling because it takes 1 year for us to finish the executive course.
And as confirmed by the former president himself, ginawa niya to kasi dun sa quote na yon na binanggit ko, sinasabi niya, I will do just what I did as mayor. And kinonfirm niya many times na ginawa niya to gamit yung tinatawag niyang Davao Death Squad. Itong grupo na to, na same group na sinasabi ng isang taong nagngangalang Edgar Matubato na naging parte siya. He said that in the Senate. Tama po ba?
Di ko po alam yung circumstances nung kay Matubato, Your Honor.
And this is the same subject also na naging ng affidavit ng isang taong nagngangalang Arturo Las Cañas na umamin ng existence ng DDS, pati na rin sa pagiging former DDS leader niya. And this is the same DDS, Colonel Las Cañas, na tinutukoy ni PRRD sa Senate committee hearing na dinaluhan mo. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And nung sinabi nga niya na I will do just what I did as mayor, ito ay, ang pinatutungkulan niya dito, yung tinatawag na Davao Template. Am I correct?
I could not remember what he has stated during the Senate hearing, Your Honor.
And bilang ating Pangulo, siya yung Commander-in-Chief ng Philippine National Police. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in place of the Davao Death Squad, to implement what he said would be his war on drugs, ginamit niya yung PNP, which in my humble opinion is a very great alternative considering na our policemen are not only very well trained but are better equipped to further the cause, to lessen the crime rates in the country. Tama ba?
I could not confirm or deny that statement, Your Honor.
And bilang member ng Philippine National Police, do you confirm that during his presidency, ito yung naging focus ng kanyang term? Yung pagpapababa ng crime rate sa ating bansa? Ng criminality?
It was his policy, Your Honor.
And ayon sa testimony rin ni Colonel Rey Nagarma, I believe it was the September 27 hearing, this was the reason kung bakit siya nagpatawag ng hearing, ng meeting doon sa DPWH building sa Davao noong June 28, 2016. For our viewers, mababasa naman natin yung naging conversation ni Chairman Paduano at ni Colonel Rey Nagarma. Dito, inaamin niya na ang napag-usapan doon ay yung Davao Template. Having said that, Mr. Chair, ikaw, Colonel Grijaldo, hindi ka sumang-ayon dito. Dahil sabi mo, in the same hearing, nung ikaw na yung tinatanong, sinabi mo na you could not confirm the statement ni Colonel Garma. Am I correct? In fact, I think we can also show the same, the conversation that occurred in that hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. It was not been discussed during the time.
Sinabi mo na you cannot confirm, sabi mo, I could not confirm that, Mr. Chair, na napag-usapan yon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero tama ba na inaamin mo na nandun ka sa meeting na yon, Colonel Grijaldo?
It's not a meeting, Your Honor. I was
It's
there
a
just
bonding?
to be present together with my classmates, Your Honor.
So what do we call it? Eyeball.
That was a courtesy call, Your Honor, where we're
Courtesy call.
called together with some of the officers,
Okay.
but we don't know what is the topic for that meeting or a gathering, Your Honor.
So having said that, it's either one of two things, Mr. Chair. Either A, kasi hindi naman pwedeng parehas kayo nagsisinungaling ni Colonel Garma. Sinabi ni Colonel Garma na yun ang napag-usapan, sinasabi mo na hindi yun ang napag-usapan or hindi mo ma-confirm na yun ang napag-usapan. So para sa akin, it's either one of two things. Una, napag-usapan yung Davao template, pero wala ka doon nung napag-usapan yun. Or pangalawa, Mr. Chair, ay nandun ka nung pinag-usapan yung Davao template, pero ayaw mo aminin, kaya sinasabi mo na you cannot confirm this statement because you're under oath, and you still are under oath, and you didn't want to perjure yourself. Am I correct?
No, Your Honor. That's the facts that really happened that time that I witnessed, Your Honor.
So, sino sa inyo ni Colonel Garma yung nagsasabi ng totoo?
I will not confirm nor deny the statement of Colonel Garma, Your Honor.
Parang di ako nasagot. Pero, Mr. Chair, inaamin mo, nakakilala mo si Colonel Garma.
Yes, Your Honor. She was my classmate in the academy, and we've been assigned in the Region 11.
Okay, if we take, kung tinatanggap natin yung sagot mo na you cannot confirm if that conversation happened, and Colonel Garma confirms that the conversation happened, bilang malapit kayo ni Colonel Garma and considering na very, very critical yung pag-implement ng Davao template nationwide, hindi nyo man lang napag-usapan ba to ni Colonel Garma? Hindi ba yun parang contrary to human experience na hindi nyo siya napag-usapan? Hindi ba kayo parating magkasama ni Colonel Garma?
We have that relationship, Your Honor. I mean, magkaklase kami. But we are professionals and we talk just the matters within the bounds of our profession as police officer, Your Honor.
Pero 'di ba so that was June 28, 2016. I remember in a hearing many months back, napag-usapan yung matagal nating naging topic yung tungkol kila Jimmy Fortaleza. 'Di ba dinalaw niyo siya ng July 2016 sa Davao Penal Colony? Tama ba 'yon? I remember everyone was confirming that visit.
Yes, Your Honor. I confirm that we were there to visit Major Fortaleza, Your Honor.
And it was only a few months after that visit na papatayin yung tatlong Chinese drug lords under the actions nila Colonel Garma, ni Padilla, si Leonardo, and according to them, they were taking direct orders from no less than the former president himself. Hindi po ba ang naging simula ng Davao template, Mr. Chair, ay yung pinag-usapan sa meeting nyo nung June 28, 2016?
I'm not in privy, Your Honor. What were the discussion between Major Portalesa and Colonel Garma that time when we visited him at Dapicol, Your Honor?
All right. Mr. Chair, it seems that, you know, as evasive as our witness wants to be, I would like to manifest that apart from his history, his long-standing history with Colonel Garma, there are really several instances which would put them in the same places and events which is further evidence of their close work and personal relation. We've also confirmed, Mr. Chair, na una, si Colonel Grijaldo was indeed in attendance sa meeting sa DPWH building noong June 28, 2016. And because of his attendance in this meeting, kahit pa i-deny ni Colonel Grijaldo ito, he was indeed part of the planning of the nationwide implementation of this Davao model, or what we all know as the war on drugs. With this, Mr. Chair, I didn't want to take up all of my time. I yield to the next interpellator. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Zamora. The next interpellator is Congressman Zia Adyong. You are recognized. You have 10 minutes.
Mr. Chair, I yield to my good friend, the gentleman from Cagayan de Oro, Congressman Lordan. I'll be asking my question later on. I yield my time to Congressman Lordan, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Congressman Suwan, you are now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Colonel Grijaldo,
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
di ba ang lokal po na police ang may responsibilidad na to maintain the peace in their area of jurisdiction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which means that they have to be familiar with the place where they are assigned in order for them to be effective, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And which means that if anything happens in your area of jurisdiction, you have to be the one to investigate, just like what happened to the assassination of Colonel Barayuga, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, but there is a responsible investigation on case, Your Honor, to respond or to conduct investigation in event there is a crime incident, Your Honor.
So, as to the assassination of Barayuga, you were the one who is primarily responsible for investigating it. Is it not correct?
As part of my command responsibility, Your Honor, I'll take on supervision on my investigator on case for that demise of police
I'm sorry, you were the lead investigator?
There is a designated investigation on case, Your Honor. And I'm only supervising, and I could not intervene or influence my investigator on case for that incident, Your Honor.
So you mean to say that you are still the supervisor of the investigator of that case?
No, there is a we have a organizational chart, Your Honor, and there is a chief of investigation who is sole responsible on all the personnel under his supervision, which is the investigator on case or all investigator under his unit, Your Honor. And overall in the police station, I am the police supervisor as the chief of police of that place, Your Honor.
When were you appointed as chief of police of Mandaluyong City?
July, on the month of July in that time, Your Honor, 2021 or 2020, 2021, Your Honor.
So you were already the chief of police during the assassination of Barayuga?
Yes, Your Honor.
How is this investigation started? How do you, such an assassination like what happened with Mr. Barayuga, how is the investigation started? Ano yung proseso po?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a radio call that there was a shooting incident that happened in that place. Immediately thereafter, we dispatched our personnel to conduct yung investigation or to go after of the to those perpetrators of the incident. I was in that place. I responded in that place also, Your Honor, and naabutan ko na lang, Your Honor, yung pick-up tsaka yung isang victim on the passenger side, but the driver side was already evacuated as per the witnesses in that place, Your Honor. I myself immediately also go to look for any evidence or any thing that na baka may CCTV doon sa lugar, and we called up immediately yung SOCO para ma-preserve yung crime scene, Your Honor. Yun po yung ginawa namin that time, Your Honor.
So, can you repeat again who handled the investigation?
The duty investigator during that time, it was Police Executive Master Sergeant Punsalan, Your Honor.
And Police Executive Master Sergeant Punsalan reports to you as the Chief of Police.
What do you mean?
I mean that Punsalan is the investigator, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Immediately, pag dinispatch po natin kasi yung investigator natin, he will do his job as an investigator. And immediately, we have the duty officer. It was during that time, Your Honor, it was a COVID that time. And most of our personnel and the same, I myself was staying at the police station. I live in the police station that time. So, nakapag-responde kami, and we have this duty SDO, Police Captain Villarta, who also taking charge to do his job that time. And after gathering some information, what transpired immediately was for us to make a spot report. Just 5/8 and 5W and 1H muna yung ginagawa natin. Just to there is a timeline that we are beating in the Camp Crame, lalo na pag mga high crimes. We need to have at least within 1 hour we can make a report, a spot report on 5W and 1H only statement. Then we do the progress report, Your Honor, depending on the progress of the investigation, Your Honor, done by the IOC, Your Honor, on the investigator on case, Your Honor.
Yes, but as the Chief of Police of Mandaluyong City, would it be correct to say that the buck stops with you? Which means na ikaw yung may final word sa investigation?
No, Your Honor. What the investigator have done, or ginawa niya, Your Honor, yung ginawa niya yung report, kung ano yung niya, Your Honor, yun yung statement, Your Honor. I could not influence or give or to influence doon sa statement na gagawin niya. Kasi it will not make, or we cannot
pero
dun sa investigation
Colonel Grijaldo,
natin, Your Honor.
Paano ito natapos tong investigation na to?
Your Honor,
sinong nagpasya na itigil yung investigation?
No, Your Honor, allow me, Your Honor, to elaborate further dun sa nangyari during the incident happened July 30. On the next day, nagkaroon na ho tayo, sir, ng immediately thereafter, there is a creation of a Special Investigation Task Group, or SITG, which is to unearth yung mga other evidences or sino yung magiging madidiscover natin kung sino yung perpetrators that time of the incident. But nagkaroon ng consensus or consolidated effort with the district unit. So ang nag-assume ng overall control ng investigation is the SITG, Your Honor. And that time, I was just only a member of the SITG, Your Honor.
So yung nangyari, parang napunta na yung investigation sa SITG instead of sa iyo.
It's not me, Your Honor, to do the investigation. Just only the IOC, Your Honor, who is responsible. At the same time, Your Honor, it was carried on the SITG group. The investigator that time on the incident, the same investigator being appointed on the SITG, Your Honor.
Pero di ba ikaw yung yung office nyo yung nagsimula ng investigation, so pagkatapos nun, pinasa sa SITG or sa CIDG?
Pinasa namin, Your Honor, kung ano yung initial nagawa naming investigation. And the CIDG was then also a part of the SITG, Your Honor. The composition of the SITG is the IOC of the station, I myself also a member, the D7 or the DIDM, the District Investigation Detective Management Unit, the CIDG, the SOCO, the overall chair of the SITG, Your Honor, was the district operation, DRDO, we call it the DDO, Your Honor, Deputy for Operation, Your Honor.
So Colonel, kahit ikaw po yung nagsimula ng investigation,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were not the one who finished the investigation. That's what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. It was because in SITD, Your Honor, there is a need to compose and to comply within the period of 6 months. If it is not been
Pero tingin ko po, Colonel, na parang agad-agad na transfer yung investigation sa SITG. Is this correct?
No, Your Honor. It was the district director who take cognizance of the incident, Your Honor. So as just a station commander, Your Honor, I yield to the wisdom of the district director.
So you're saying that you did not terminate the investigation, but you yielded the investigation instead to the SITG?
The time, yes, Your Honor. There is a continuing effort on the station. I myself, together with other police officer, I give them tasks also to do some efforts. Like I send them to take some affidavits of the security guard on PCSO, the personnel working with General Barayuga and other witnesses. The one, the vehicle that bumped the.
So,
that
Colonel, you're saying that
time, Your Honor.
with all of these resources that are in your hands or within your reach, binitawan mo pa rin yung investigation at binigay sa SITG?
I mean, Your Honor, hindi naman ibig sabihin binitawan. Ibig sabihin, we just give the district the opportunity or for us to have a better in the conduct of investigation, Your Honor, mapabuti kasi ang effort nun marami ng unit
Kasi
hindi
sa
lang yung
tingin ko,
station. So mas mapapabuti po natin na masolve po yung problema, Your Honor, yung crime na nangyari.
normal po ba na, do you usually do this, Colonel, na yung may mga high-profile cases like this one, binibigay agad sa CIDG or sa SITG?
Yes, Your Honor, there is a in the PNP operational manual, there is a creation of SITG every time incidents involving, kunyari, may mga high crimes, Your Honor, assassination
Kasi,
or
sa tingin ko po,
terrorism
parang
or whatever.
this is very concerning because parang pinapasa mo yung trabaho nyo eh, na dapat ikaw yung gumawa, especially this investigation into the murder of Barayuga. I think that's irregular, Colonel Grijaldo. And gaya ng sinabi mo kanina, yung mga local police yung nasa pinakamagandang position to investigate crimes such as this because they are the ones with the most familiarity with the area. And now you're saying that it is normal procedure for you to just pass it on to the SITG. I find this really concerning, and baka may personal na interest ka kung bakit ma-terminate agad yung investigation regarding sa pagpaslang kay Barayuga. Ayon sa PNP National Police, sa Philippine National Police Internal Affairs Service, may ongoing investigation ba regarding this sa pagpatay kay Barayuga? IAS?
Your Honor, we've been charged before the Internal Affairs Unit. And
So you were charged
yes, Your
by
Honor.
the IAS?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a administrative complaint for us, Your Honor. I have here with me the charge sheet. Administrative complaint against Police Colonel Grijaldo for neglect of duty, irregularity in the performance of duty, misconduct, incompetence, conduct unbecoming of police officers. We already submitted our counter affidavit on this incident, Your Honor.
When was that case filed by the Internal Affairs Service of the PNP?
We made to do the counter affidavit, Your Honor, last September, Your Honor.
Would you agree with me that the Internal Affairs Service would not have filed this case kung wala naman silang makikitang o nakitang anomalous or irregular activity during the investigation, di ba?
Hindi ko naman ma-question yung function ng IAS, Your Honor. So, it has the rightful job din ng IAS to conduct investigation and make charges on all personnel who being involved in that incident, Your Honor.
Colonel Grijaldo, are you also under restrictive custody? And were you relieved from your post from the PDEG, PNP Drug Enforcement Group, because of the anomalies uncovered during the investigation?
No, Your Honor. I was still with the PDEG that time. And
That time when the Internal Affairs Service filed this administrative complaint against you, you were still with the PDEG.
yes, Your Honor.
How about now? Are you still with the PDEG?
We are not on a restrictive custody, Your Honor. It is a administrative. We still reporting to the PHAW, Your Honor. It is a admin holding unit, Your Honor. Ang kinuha lang po sa amin na Your Honor, is that we don't have a position to perform, Your Honor.
At ang mga... So would it be correct to say that you are being investigated right now by the IAS?
Yes, Your Honor. We have submitted already our counter affidavit, Your Honor. And
Tapos ang reason siguro ng IAS ay dahil meron kayong pinagtatakpan. Is that correct? Is that one of the reasons for this investigation by the IAS?
hindi ko po hindi po ako pwedeng mag-assume dun sa investigation. Ipi-preempt natin yung investigation ng IAS, Your Honor, because they're still conducting on the liability on the those personnel being investigated on this case, Your Honor.
Colonel Grijaldo, kilala mo, do you know Colonel David Puklay?
Yes, Your Honor.
At nung nakaraang Quadcom hearing, parehas kayong tinanong tungkol sa investigation regarding sa assassination ni Barayuga. Is that correct?
Just I could not remember, Your Honor.
Do you remember that you were asked regarding the findings of the SITG? Nung sa last na Quadcom hearing, do you remember na may tinanong sa'yo regarding sa findings sa SITG?
Your Honor, hindi ko na matandaan, Your Honor, kung natanong po ako regarding do sa result ng SITG. Because as far as I know, Your Honor, the investigation conducted by the SITG was turned over to CIDG, Your Honor, after a period of 6 months, Your Honor.
Do you remember na yung tinanong ka tungkol sa mga natuklasan yung posibleng motibo, ang sagot mo noon ay dalawa lang ang natuklasan yung motibo, di ba? Na work-related or personal grudge. Do you remember that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Kindly wrap up, Congressman Suwan.
During the last Quadcom hearing, hindi mo man lang binanggit na meron palang alegasyon na sangkot ng droga, allegedly, si Mr. Barayuga.
Yes, Your Honor. I could not confirm that he was involved in the or in the drug list, Your Honor. Yung sinasabi po natin, Your Honor, na kung yung knowledge lang po namin, Your Honor, sa Intel, just confined within our area of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Yung sa investigation report nyo na that you submitted, did you include the fact that Mr. Barayuga was part of the watch list, part of the drugs watch list?
Hindi ko na po ano yung napag-usapan doon, Your Honor, doon sa wrapping up or the nung karoon na ng Your Honor, yung resolution yung SITG, I was already relieved as Chief of Police of Mandaluyong, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Just a manifestation, Mr. Chair, because based on this interpellation, it would seem that the witness has a propensity to withhold crucial information. And he always claims that he has no knowledge of the matter, notwithstanding the fact that there is evidence to controvert his statements. And ito ay nakakabahala at posible namang maging hadlang sa ating investigasyon kasi gusto lang talaga natin yung katotohanan. No more questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Suwan.
Mr. Chairman.
DSJJ, I just would like to ask a very short question to Colonel Grijaldo in relation to the questions asked by Congressman Suwan. Doon ba sa investigasyon nyo, you were the Chief of Police ng Mandaluyong when the Barayuga assassination happened, correct?
Yes, sir.
And base sa inyong investigasyon sa nangyaring yon, ano ang posibleng motibo sa pagpatay kay kay General Barayuga?
Your Honor, hindi na nga po ako nakapag na-discuss during the ng SITG report because I was not already that
On
time.
whose
in there.
orders the SITG was formed? Is it the chief of police or somebody higher than you?
On the district level, Your Honor.
So this, and who was that?
The district director, Your Honor.
And he was the district director at that time.
Just I could not remember the...
Imposible naman kaya hindi mo matandaan yung immediate superior mo.
Just I'll check, Your Honor.
I'll
Check
check.
ko lang
I'll give you
yun
30
naman.
seconds. Please check.
Yes, Your Honor. Check ko lang, Your Honor.
No, hindi naman kapanipaniwala na hindi mo matandaan kung sino yung superior mo. If you're trying to cover up for someone, do it in the most professional way, so to speak. I don't know if there is really a professional way to do that, but there is some semblance of cover up.
The letter order number 1657, the subject matter is the composition of SITG regarding Wesley Barayoga. It was by the command of Police Brigadier General Almasan, Your Honor.
General Almasan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pagka sinabi bang district director which covers the area of Mandaluyong, ito ba ay part of the NCR?
Yes, Your
So-
Honor. Pamarisan, Your Honor. Pasig, Marikina, Eastern po, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
Eastern. And that time, the
Adi.
Eastern Police District Director was General
Almasan, Your Honor.
Almasan.
Opo, Your Honor.
Siya nag-order na mag-create ng SITG.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, did you not conduct an immediate initial investigation on that assassination incident that happened within your area of jurisdiction? Wala ka bang ginawang investigasyon?
Nag-conduct din po kami ng investigation, Your Honor. We were able to get affidavits of those duty that time in PCSO. I was able to extract the CCTV on the fronting the crime scene, Your Honor.
So, what is shown on TV yung sa side
Yeah, Your
So
Honor.
you have
There was
another-
an establishment, Your Honor.
Meron kang another video.
No, Your Honor. It was only the CCTV that time on the establishment on the side, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the finding? What was your findings in your initial investigation?
Yung inano namin, Your Honor, yung perpetrators, Your Honor, sinundan namin yun, binacktrack din namin. Umabot hanggang dun sa Guadalupe, yung CCTV ng MMDA, Your Honor. We have taken also CCTV from
And,
MMDA.
What was the conclusion of your what were your findings? Anong findings nyo? Anong motibo sa pagpatay sa kanya?
We were on the personal grudge, Your Honor, and work-related, Your Honor, that time na-establish namin. Then it was forwarded, Your Honor. It was taken by the SITG already in the
Did you
district
put
level.
in your report that he was involved in the drugs or was he involved in the drugs watch list? Did you put that in your report?
Just I could not remember, Your Honor, if it was put on record or on the investigation report done by the investigator or the IOC, Your Honor.
Sige, I'll give the floor, yield the floor to
Chairman,
DSJJ first and then Congressman Adyong. Yes, DSJJ.
Congressman Adyong, okay lang? This will be very short lang. Mr. Chairman, I just want to ask for clarification. Why are our two chairmen serving as resource persons to our discussions regarding Colonel Grijaldo? Is it because a certain incident happened?
The both Chairman Abante and Chairman Dan Fernandez voluntarily volunteers to be a resource person with regards to the incident.
I'd like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay. Although that right is not absolute, Colonel Grijaldo, insofar as those statements were said under oath and minutes of the Senate are public documents. In fact, ang dami pong nakapanood nun. So, we will take your statement as what it is.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ngayon, ang nakakabahala po doon sa bahagi po ninyo, Colonel Grijaldo, ay naibahagi po ninyo doon sa statement ninyo na meron pong 2 miyembro ng mababang kapulungan ay di umano ay inudyok ka, kinausap ka, at para pang tinatakot ka na magsabi ng mga bagay tungkol sa issue ng EJK sa Pilipinas. Tama po ba yun?
Your Honor, I would like to stand by my statement in the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Okay, but you have already stated your statement. So, Comsec, meron po ba tayong kopya nung affidavit ni Colonel Grijaldo?
Your Honor, I apologize, we have not secured a copy of...
But I think the very resourceful Chairman Acop will allow me to... Thank you very much. So, anyway, Colonel Grijaldo, meron po akong kopya ng affidavit nyo. At ito naman po ay pinaninindigan po ninyo. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Dito po sa number 7 ng inyong sinumpang salaysay, sinabi po ninyo dito, when I entered the end room, I saw 2 lawyers of Colonel Garma standing inside the room. One of the lawyers approached me and then asked me what we were going to talk about. And I said that I do not know. Number 8, after a while, Congressman Dan Fernandez entered the room and he asked me to sit beside him on the right side. Then Congressman Abante entered the room and sat on the far end chair on my right. One of the lawyers of Colonel Garma stood at my back.
Your Honor, I would stand by my statement.
Okay,
in the
so,
Senate
I would
under oath, Your Honor, and I invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
Yeah, what is the point of order?
I don't see any reason why our guest keeps on invoking his right against self-incrimination when Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez was not asking him anything incriminating. He was just merely reading a portion of his affidavit. So I don't like, Mr. Chair, that this committee, that our resource person may impress upon the public that we are here to corner him and to incriminate him. Please, tigilan mo yan. Hindi naman, Mr. Chair, it's not right to invoking self-incrimination when in fact DSJJ is not asking you any questions but merely reading his affidavit. Baka naman ng message na pinapakita, Mr. Chairman, sa publiko, inaanggulo natin siya dito. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I have to manifest this. I think his invitation to the Senate was discussed about EJK and illegal drugs, and nowhere in his affidavit did he mention anything about illegal drugs and EJK. He did not share any inputs or his knowledge on illegal drugs. His participation in that Senate inquiry was merely to besmirch the reputation of some of the chairmen here, and as a result, attempting to degrade the integrity of the Quadcom. So please, I hate to admonish men in uniform. I have the highest respect for our policemen. But please, Colonel Grijaldo, stop invoking your right against self-incrimination. Nobody's asking you any incriminating questions here.
Mr. Chair.
And Mr. Chairman, along the line of Congressman Adjong, I don't think it's incriminating because number one, sinumpang salaysay niya po ito eh. Pirmado niya po ito eh. So how can he incriminate himself when he actually signed this affidavit? And this is a public document, Mr. Chair. So if our resource person is invoking this right to self-incrimination, I think that is out of order.
Okay, I'd like to remind the resource person that the questions being asked of you are the statements you made in your affidavit. And the questions that DSJJ is asking is whether you confirm those statements that you stipulated in your affidavit. Dahil affidavit, pinirmahan mo yun, there's nothing incriminating no dun sa tanong ni Congressman JJ Suarez. So please answer appropriately the questions being asked by the members. Congressman Acop.
Mr. Chair, may we ask the resource person the basis why he is invoking his right against self-incrimination?
Yeah, please answer. What is the basis of you invoking the right against self-incrimination?
Police colonel ka, investigador ka dati. You know the basic rudiments of investigation. Alam mo dapat kung kailan i-invoke yung right against self-incrimination. Di po ba? Kasi nagko-conduct ka ng investigation eh. Now, may I know your legal basis why you are invoking your right against self-incrimination? Mr. Chair, if he cannot provide any basis, I think I agree with the Honorable Adjong that he should not invoke that right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I share the sentiment of Congressman Acop. If indeed the resource person cannot explain to this committee why he is invoking his right against self-incriminations in reply or in response to the questions raised by DSJJ Suarez, then I would agree that the gentleman is out of order, and perhaps do you have a lawyer with you, Colonel Grijaldo? Nandito, may abogado ka ba? Would you like?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Do you want us to provide you a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
Because your lawyer or lawyers that we can provide you will assist you on telling you what your rights are in this committee hearing. So, gusto mo ba mag-provide kami ng abogado?
No, Your Honor.
So, you will answer and reply to the questions of the members. Now, DSJJ?
Yes, Mr. Chair, maybe another opportunity we can provide to the resource person. Colonel Grijaldo, kung kayo po ay hindi komportable dahil nga maraming nanonood at nasa publiko po ang hearing na ito, would you want or would you request for an executive session so that you can divulge the details and the truthfulness to the affidavit that you executed in the Senate hearing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so therefore we can proceed, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
So, Colonel Grijaldo, matanong ko lang po, ano po ang nag-udyok sa'yo para i-execute tong affidavit na ito?
Just I have said, Your Honor, during my opening statement in the Senate, it was Tuesday. We have a hearing here on Tuesday, and we ended up on the Wednesday on the event of the Typhoon Christine. And as I have said, I go back to my home, and dinibdib ko po yung nangyari sa akin, Your Honor. And I never told this to my wife that time for 2 days. Until such time on the Friday, I was informed by the PIHAW that I'll be attending a Senate hearing. So, naisabi ko dun sa asawa ko, Your Honor. And nag-a-argue pa kami kasi ayaw niya. Ako kasi gusto ko na may sabi. And sabi ko, we have to go on a Sunday Mass, and we need wisdom for this para mabigyan din tayo ng lakas ng loob para ma-resolve natin tayo kasi tayo nag-aaway, nagkakaproblema, hindi na rin kami nag-aano nun eh. So on the Sunday, it was on the gospel. Sabi ko, pakinggan natin kung ano man yung masabi ng gospel sa atin that day. And it was a great enlightenment and a wisdom na binigay sa akin, Your Honor. The gospel said that it's not all about the crown, but it is about the cross. It is not about the honor, but it's about the sacrifice. It's not being the first, but being the last. It's not being the great, but being the servant. Sabi ko sa asawa ko, bakit naibigay sa atin to? We have to, and to sum up that, Your Honor, ang sinabi nung pare, sabi niya, it's not about the experience. Because yung experience kasi natin sa buhay, it may be good or bad. But it's all about the lesson learned that time, Your Honor. So I have that courage, and even my wife submitted to my decision. And on the next day, pumunta na po ako yun. Nandun po yun, nag-narrate, ginawa ko po yun, sinulat ko po yun. And it was on that mass that time that it is a Sunday for the PDLs. It was a Sunday for PDLs. Sabi ng pare, we have to give dun sa mga brothers natin na nakukulong. Hindi ko nga akalain na I would be the one also to experience that nung sinabi ng pare. So, that's all, Your Honor. That is all that happened, Your Honor.
Well, oftentimes we need experiences to encourage us and to push us to search for the truth. So I hope this hearing is one of those experiences for you, Colonel Grijaldo. Dahil ang layunin lang naman po natin dito ay hanapin gaano man kahirap ang katotohanan. Yun lang naman po ang hangarin natin. Wala nang iba. At kaya nga po yung dalawa po nating kinatawan na binanggit mo sa affidavit mo ay pansamantalang tumayo at umalis bilang chairman just to show that we are fair in handling this very sensitive issue. Because you made serious accusations in your affidavit, Colonel Grijaldo. And if indeed enlightenment has happened to you when you executed this affidavit, and you mentioned that you stand by your affidavit, so let's test whether or not it is the truth, Colonel Grijaldo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
As I have said, I will stand by. I am humbled by my experience, Your Honor. And
I'm
with
sure
this,
you're
Your Honor,
but Mr. Colonel Grijaldo,
I
you have
will
to
stand by
understand.
with my statement.
You have to understand
under
one
oath
thing.
in the Senate, Your
You have
Honor.
to understand
and I
one
would like
thing
to
lang po.
invoke my
One
right
thing lang po.
to self-incrimination, Your
Opo,
Honor.
but you have to understand one thing, Colonel Grijaldo. Okay lang po yun kung para sa'yo. Ang problema ho, ang dami mong dinamay eh. Kung para sa'yo lang yun, hindi sana natin gagawing issue to eh. Ngunit ang idinamay mo dito ay mga taong walang kinalaman o mga inosente. Eh paano naman po sila? Paano naman po yung mga karapatan nila? Paano naman po yung boses nila? Paano naman yung katotohanan nila? Hindi pa po natin sila pahahalagahan dahil panghahawakan lang natin yung sinabi mong enlightenment mo? But they have their own rights too, Colonel Grijaldo. So Colonel Grijaldo, siguro wag na tayong paligoy-ligoy pa. With the permission of Mr. Chairman, Colonel Grijaldo, you made some serious accusations here. In fact, so serious that it was even carried by our media news for almost a week, 2 weeks. And because of your accusations, you've tarnished the very reputation and integrity of the committee and the House of Representatives. Things that I will not allow dahil ito pong posisyon na inuupuan namin, ay ito po ay posisyon ng tiwala na ipinagkaloob sa amin ng taong nagtitiwala sa amin. At kailanman hindi ako papayag na may mga tao na magdudungis at magtatapon ng kasinungalingan para sirain ang integridad ng trabaho ng House of Representatives at syempre ng komitibang ito. So Colonel Grijaldo, sinabi mo po dito sa inyong sinumpang salaysay that you were persuaded
Your Honor,
and you said ikaw naman, Colonel, ganito lang yan. Alangan namang walang insidente o mangyayari sa panahon na yon. I answered that I served as COP, Chief of Police in Mandaluyong during COVID-19 pandemic, and there were less crimes committed and we did not receive any reward from anyone. I added that we only receive funds as additional MOOE support fund for the Peace and Order Fund of the LGU. But dito po sa earlier part, sinabi mo that you were persuaded. Is this true, Colonel Grijaldo?
Your Honor, I will stand by my statement in the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I would like to invoke my right for self-incrimination, Your Honor.
That is out of order. Let it be of record that the statement made by this resource person is out of order. Please continue, Congressman Suarez.
Number 17, sinabi nyo dito, I then respectfully told Congressman Dan Fernandez that anyone can debunk my statement if I confirm the testimony of Colonel Garma about DDS in 1999. Since I was not a member of the PNP at that time and I have no knowledge as to the reward system. Additionally, I said that the work of policemen are noble, that requires great sacrifice even without reward or award. It is our moral obligation and a call of duty to serve our country and our people. If I may continue, Colonel Grijaldo. At sinabi mo, Congressman Dan asked me, Colonel Garma, anong masabi mo sa kanya tungkol kay Barayuga? I politely told him I cannot comment on the case when I respectfully answered him, Sir, mahirap yan. Kasama kami sa nag-iimbestiga at hindi ko alam kung anong kinalaman niya at may investigasyon din kami, baka ma-incriminate ako, sir. Tama po ba ito, Colonel Grijaldo?
Your Honor,
Yes or no lang po, ah.
I will stand by my statement in the Senate under oath, Your Honor, and I would like to invoke
Mr.
my
Chair,
right
again.
for self-incrimination,
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor.
Again, the resource person is out of order,
Mr.
and
Chair.
let it be of record that he is continuously disrespecting this committee by refusing to answer appropriately to the questions propounded by the member. Alam mo, Colonel, if I may, DSJJ, binibigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon dito eh. Nung nasa Senado ka, ang tapang-tapang mo eh. Bakit dito ay mo magtapang ka rito? Ipakita mo yung the same candor, the same tapang na pinakita mo doon. Di ba? Bakit hindi mo gawin yan dito ngayon? Nagtatago ka sa likod ng right against self-incrimination eh. Tinatanong sa'yo, relevant question. Matapang ka lang doon sa Senado kasi may kakampi ka. Dito ka magpakita ng tapang mo. Hindi yung nandoon ka lang. Alam mo, ang mahirap kasi sa'yo, gusto lang nating malaman ang katotohanan sa likod nito. Ang dami mo ng ginawa eh. Dinamay mo pa yung mga kasama na, hindi dahil sa kasama namin sila, kundi hindi tama ang nangyari at ginawa mo. You are trying to besmirch the reputation of this committee. Itong committee ito, hindi ito gawa-gawa lamang. Ito'y pinapayagan ng ating saligang batas. Ito'y pinapayagan at pinayagan ng 300 mahigit na membro ng Kongreso na kung saan ay merong mandato ng taong bayan. Kaya wag mong bastusin ito. Yung tapang mo, nawawala eh. Tawagin mo yung kakampi mo. Ang hirap, alam mo, Colonel, nag-imbento ka ng kwento. And then you speak about honor. And then you speak about the gospel of that was given to you by a priest, talking about honor, and which, alam mo ba kung bakit merong honor? Pag hindi ka sinungaling, may honor ka. As simple as that. You're a police officer and you should have ang kasi, yun ang dito eh.